In this tutorial, we will take a look at a couple of commercial options that are available to Linux users that allow them to run certain Windows applications in Linux. There is a free and open source project called Wine that attempts to do the same thing, and Wine works very well for a certain number of applications. But sometimes there are applications that do not run well with Wine. Perhaps there are high-end 3D games that also do not run well with Wine, and therefore these commercial offerings have come to the market, and they do help fill that void. There are also virtual machines, of course, that are available for Linux, such as Parallels and VMware and others, that allow people to actually run an entire Windows operating system in Linux. That's not the subject of this tutorial, but that is another option. The first commercial product that's available for Linux users to run Windows applications is the Crossover products by a company called Codeweavers. Crossover makes software for the Mac and for Linux that allow those two systems to run Windows applications natively. Again, this is native software for Linux that runs on Linux and allows Linux users to run Windows applications. It does not require a Windows license, does not require a copy of Windows itself. It's a separate product. Actually, Crossover is based on Wine, and the company Codeweavers is a big contributor and does contribute its code back to the Wine project. That's one of the benefits of using the open source model, is that it can provide both free and open source products as well as commercial products with some good sharing between the two different communities. But the Crossover Linux product is available at a small fee from the Codeweavers website. It does have an explanation of the requirements and how to install it. It's not terribly complicated since it is based on Wine. I mean, the installation process is similar. There's also a compatibility list, and this compatibility list is very helpful, and I definitely encourage people to look at the compatibility list if they're considering buying the Codeweavers Crossover Office to make sure that the application they're looking for is supported. They have the applications browsable by name, by category, by group, by company, and by rank. And it's very easy to find, and they basically rank their applications on a medal system. And by looking at rank, we can see the gold, the silver, the honorable mention, things like that. I guess the gold is the highest level, silver, and then honorable mention. There might be a platinum, but there are lots of applications that are supported very well, that work extremely well. Microsoft Office works very well. Quicken, Excel, PowerPoint, World of Warcraft as the game works very well. So there's a lot of different options in here, and the Crossover product also, I believe, contains a browser plugin that allows some additional browser plugins that are not available in Linux. For example, Shockwave player, not Flash, but the Shockwave player to run, and I think a QuickTime plugin and some other things to run in Linux as well. In addition to the Codeweavers Crossover product, there's another product from a company called Transgaming, and this product is called Cedega. Now, Cedega is really limited to games. The idea behind Cedega is to bring the ability to play high-end 3D games on Linux, and that's their main focus, and it's to provide direct 3D support and other things that allow these high-end games to run. There is a database of games also available at the transgaming.org website, which is sort of a community website, but there is a games database as well as a forum and an FAQ, and Cedega is actively maintained, and it's the company has been around for many years, as has Codeweavers, and so both of these products are not new, and they're continually modified and continually improved. And again, sometimes there are issues, and not every single game is going to work, and certainly a brand new game probably takes a little bit of time to filter in. But looking at this list right here, there are certainly new games that have come out within the last 6 months or even less to the Cedega system that appear to work well. So those are two options, two commercial options. Both of those are paid products. I believe the Cedega product it's a free piece of software, but then there's a subscription that's required, a small monthly subscription, whereas the Codeweavers product is just a single purchase product that is downloaded and installed with an activation key. But those two products, along with virtual machines and the Wine free software product, all provide lots of opportunities for Linux users to get Windows applications to run on Linux. And generally speaking, it does seem that most of the time people are able to get most Windows software to work one way or another. Perhaps some very specialized high-end applications that are not used by a great number of people might not work very well, but certainly the broad base of consumer software out there most of them are going to work in Linux using one of these alternatives. So that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much.